served daily in our model boarding secondary schools. Biological sciences laboratory equipment delivered to Niger Delta University. 1,000 teachers and school leaders trained with the British Council. Special education teachers graduating from Ignatius Ajuru University under EDTF. Scholarship research grants fueling innovation in our state-owned tertiary institutions. TVET, science labs, water facilities, culinary kitchens, and clinical labs springing up across Bielsa. Vocational scaffolding trainings and a computer-based testing center at UAT Tororua. These are not just projects, they are ripples that spread across classrooms, communities, and the entire state. But a ripple grows stronger when more hands join the water. So whether you're an organization, or a corporate partner, or an individual who believes in education, you can be part of this ripple. Support EDTF and help us expand Ripple. Donate, partner, or volunteer today. Together, let's transform our educational landscape. EDTF, building futures and putting smiles on faces.
Hello, good day and welcome to Niger Sports Update on Niger Live TV. My name is Appah, and let's start on a relieving note where Nigeria women's football player Iyatu John has regained her freedom after being kidnapped along the Benin Expressway last Friday. Iyatu's relative, Blessing Ojoma, confirmed the player was released on Thursday after her family paid a ransom of 1.5 million naira to her abductors. According to Ojoma, the kidnappers initially demanded 20 million naira for her release before reducing it to 10 million naira, eventually accepting the family's final offer. Asked how the family delivered the money to the kidnapper, Joma explained that it was transferred through the relative of another victim who was also in captivity. She added that the kidnappers used the other victim's phone to communicate with the family. Iyatu, who last featured for Pacesetter Queens FC in the NWFL Premiership, was released by the club last Thursday following the end of the first half of the season, which signals the opening of a new transfer window. She was reportedly on her way home when the incident occurred. According to reports, Iyatu had left Ibadan last Friday after informing her mother about her disengagement from the club, which she boarded a vehicle at a popular motor park in Ibadan en route to Asaba, where she intended to stay with a relative before proceeding to her home state of Benue. Our former club, Pacesetter Queens, confirmed her abduction on Tuesday. And away from that, Morocco have parted company with head coach Walid Regragui less than 4 months before the World Cup finals, where they will face Scotland in the group stage. The 50-year-old led the Atlas Lions to the semi-finals at the Qatar 2022 tournament, making history as the first African side to progress to the last 4 of the finals. Mohamed Ouabi, 49, has stepped up from the under-23 side to be the new head coach in a move that mirrors Regraguy's taking charge in August 2022, just 3 months before the World Cup. Morocco also reached the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations finals on home soil before losing 1-0 to Senegal after extra time in a dramatic match in which opponents temporarily refused to play after the hosts were awarded a stoppage time penalty that was subsequently missed by Brahim Diaz. He had been under intense pressure to deliver a first continental title since 1976, and speculations had been gathering in recent weeks that the Royal Moroccan Football Federation were set to make a change. Morocco captain Achraf Hakimi said on social media how Regragui left an unforgettable mark on the history of Moroccan football. Morocco opened their World Cup campaign against 5-time champions Brazil on 13 June. The North Africans will also face Scotland and Haiti in Group C of the tournament, which will be held in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. The Atlas Lions meet Ecuador and Paraguay in friendly matches during next month's international window. And away from that, LeBron James broke the record for most field goals made in NBA history yesterday, though the latest milestone in his glittering career did not stop the Los Angeles Lakers from crashing 120 to 113 to the Denver Nuggets. James, who already held the NBA all-time points record, sailed past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 15,837 field goals with a fadeaway jumper in the first quarter. The 41-year-old has played a record 23 NBA seasons and has stalked rumors of possible retirement in recent weeks. James, who scored 16 points in Thursday's loss, appeared to injure his left elbow in the fourth quarter after he was shunted off the court and landed on the legs of a cameraman. Play was halted as he was substituted out. James returned to the court, but the game's final 2 minutes, but in evident pain. It was a wire-to-wire win for the Nuggets, though the Lakers had closed to within 1 point with 2 minutes remaining. The results could prove crucial to playoff qualification, with Lakers sitting in the final automatic spot in 6th, just behind the Nuggets. They are 2 games clear of the Phoenix Suns, who lost 105-103 to the Chicago Bulls. James' career tally of well over 43,000 points in nearly 5,000 more than second-placed Abdul-Jabbar, whom he passed back in 2023. James reached the points record earlier in part because Abdul-Jabbar played much of his career before the introduction of the three-pointer, but the field goal record is a further testament to his longevity and prowess. And finally, in Formula One, McLaren's Oscar Piastri finished the day of the new Formula One season first place after Friday's practice at the Australian Grand Prix. The narrative of the weekend so far has been about Aston Martin's plight at the back of the field as much as the plight at the front, following the biggest regulation change in the sport's history. Aston Martin finished the day 5 seconds off the pace, and team principal Adrian Newey has led bare the team's struggles across 2 compelling news conferences. Newey also revealed that star driver Fernando Alonso is in a hard mental place as a result of engine partner Honda's lack of performance and reliability, and that he himself feels a bit powerless. At the front of the field, Piastri was 0.214 seconds quicker than Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli at the end of the second session. The Italian's teammate George Russell was third fastest, ahead of Ferrari's Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc and Red Bull's Max Verstappen. World champion Lando Norris, 7th fastest in the McLaren, ahead of the impressive 18-year-old British rookie Arvid Lundvald, and the Racing Bull was affected by a gearbox problem in the first session. And that does it for sports. My name is Appah. Enjoy the rest of your day.